Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing this fall tutorial. It's an eye look that has some white and orange and red shades, and I thought it's very fall-like for Thanksgiving, and it kind of represents leaf colors or whatever. So I found this picture on Instagram on the Morphe Brushes page, and I really liked it, and it gave me inspiration for this look. So I also did this look two ways. I had it in like a cut crease type of form, or you just do a regular wing. And I will show you how I do the rest of my face as well. So to start off, I'm going to be using my Brow by Benefit in the shade 3, as well as the CoverGirl eyeshadow in the shade Brown Smolder. I'm using the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish eyeshadow primer and setting it with the Essence All About Matte powder. And then I'm going to be using the Professional primer. So the main thing we're going to be using today is the NYX Perfect Filter palette, and this is the palette called Rustic Antique. So I'm going to dip into Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie on my Morphe E27, and I'm just going to use this as my transition shade. And then I'm going to go into this beige color in the palette and use my Morphe M433 and put this in my crease and a little bit above, just from outer to inner corner, and using windshield wiper motions. Now I'm going to take the orange on the same brush, and then I'm going to work this on the outer corner, in the crease, and maybe a little bit above, just going in circular motions, mostly staying on the outer corner. And this is a very pigmented shade. It reminds me of like a pumpkin. And then once the product's mostly off your brush, you can go up into the brow bone and try to blend it out there, and also in the inner corner. Now I'm going to grab this kind of cranberry shade on my MAC 221 brush, and I'm going to put this on the outer V of my eye, just dabbing it on and placing the product and then moving back and forth to blend it out. I really like this brush as well. It's really nice and compact and long, but also wispy enough to blend things out. So I'm just packing on that shadow, wiggling back and forth. Not going into the center of my eye, mostly staying out on the outer V and putting it into the crease as well. I'm also putting it in the outer V of my crease to add some depth there as well. Going back to the Morphe M433 and blending everything out. Mostly blending things out on the top of my crease to diffuse the color. Now going into the deeper matte cranberry shade and dabbing that on with an e.l.f. Doesn't have a name, but it's like an e.l.f. dense outer V brush. But I'm dabbing it on and swiping back and forth, building up the pigmentation. And I'm kind of putting it into my crease area a little bit just to diffuse the color, but mostly on the outer V. And then I'm going to blend it out with the M433. Now I'm just grabbing some of that first cranberry shade, the lighter one, and just a little bit, just running back and forth and try to blend things together. Going in with a little bit more of the deeper cranberry, putting it mostly on the outer V. Now taking the orange shade again on a Urban Decay Naked brush. It's just a packing brush for the lid. You can really use any brush, but this is the one I was using. So I'm just packing it on the center of my lid, and then I'm going to go and use my finger because I felt like that was better to get the most pigmentation. So blending it into the other shade. Now I'm going to take this shimmery white champagne shade, and I'm going to take it on my Morphe E36 and go into the tear duct area and a little bit into the lid, so the inner corner, and I'm placing that there. So I'm going to use my finger and build out the pigmentation, and not going too far into the center of the lid, just staying on the inner corner, and then blending things out with that brush again. Now taking the orange shade on my finger and building up the color again and blending into those two colors beside it. Building up that cranberry shade again and then blending things out, building up the color. And there we go. I think I'm happy with the look. So now I'm going to grab the white bone shade in the palette and use this as my brow bone highlight. And then I'm just going to blend things out. Now I'm going to use the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy. Now I'm going to line my eye with it. And it's like kind of a gold, brassy type of shade. And I really like it because it goes with a lot of different eye looks. Really like it for this eye look because it adds a gold feature or a gold touch to it. And the glitter makes it so much more glam and neat. And the gold is obviously very fall, so I like it. So what I did for like the cut crease type of method, I just made a wing and then I took the wing into my crease while looking forward. Since I put the lids, I had to look forward to make sure it wasn't going to disappear when I had my eyes open. Go all the way into the inner corner, or you can stop halfway. So basically, just use this glitter liner as you would normal liner. But you may have to go over it 1 or 2 times because it is glitter and it's not fully opaque. So that's what it looks like. Really adds a nice touch. I'm going to use the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer in the shade Meringue. So I'm just going to put that on my under eyes and then blend it out with a paddle brush, concealer paddle brush. And then I'm going to set it with the Essence All About Matte Powder. And then I'll use my e.l.f. blush brush to set it. Make sure I don't have any creases. Then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. So now I'm taking this small brush that I got in my Modern Renaissance palette. So I'm going to take this more stubby, denser end for my lower lash line. And I'm going to grab the cranberry shade in the palette, the deeper one, and put this on my outer corner of the lash line and blend that out. And then I'm blending it out with orange and putting that closer to the inner corner but not all the way. And then I'm grabbing the Stila Kitten eyeshadow and putting it on the inner corner with the E36. And that's pretty much a completed look, but I also have to add mascara. To bronze my face, I'm using the Hoola Light Bronzer by Benefit with a Morphe M529 brush. Just bronzing my skin up lightly, also hitting the jawline, forehead, you know, all the places you bronze. And then for blush, I'm going to be using Annabelle Hibiscus with the e.l.f. Mineral Powder brush. And for highlighter, Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter in shade Sin and Morphe M501. Hitting my cheekbones with it, as well as my nose and Cupid's bow. For lips, I'm using the Melted Matte by Too Faced, and the shade is Child Star. It's like a neutral, almost cool, toned nude. And then I'm going to be using this lipstick by Maybelline in the shade Purely Nude 535 just to highlight my lips in the center. And that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this fall eye tutorial in my Halloweek series, I guess you would call it. And comment down below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!